make an impact on generations to come. That is what good teachers are able to do. And a Filipino American just got recognized for being the best in her state. Ethelyn Tumalad of Clackmas High School is Oregon's 2022 Teacher of the Year. The awarding body describes her as an immigrant who has supported students in finding their voices, recognizing the beauty of their diversity. She joins us tonight, live from Oregon. Thank you so much for joining us, Ethelyn. Passion, dedication, and patience. You are awarded the Oregon's 2022 Teacher of the Year. What does this mean to you and your fellow teachers?
Thank you. Thank you, Rico. Thank you, Paul, for having me. It means the world. It means so much. It's been a very difficult 2 years with COVID and with the pandemic. So to highlight teachers who look like me and students who look like me, especially in the United States, means the world. It means the world.
It does. And the Filipino population, the Filipino community is really very proud of what you have achieved, Ethelyn. And I quote from one former student, and he said, "You are the reason that they even go to school. You've taught them to be themselves in a world that's constantly telling them to be something they are not." How do you encourage your students to come to school and attend their classes and be inspired?
Opo. So who I am as an educator is I'm Filipino American, right? And my parents brought me up on Filipino values, which means when my students come into my classroom, I essentially ask them, "Kumain ka na?" Right? Like that's the Filipino way. So whatever my students are hungry for, whatever cultural background they're from, whatever they're interested in, that's where I try to meet them. And that's essentially what my pedagogy is if my classroom was a metaphor, it would be a dining table. And that's what my parents taught me. That's what being Filipino American is.
And of course, before you got to where you are now, I'm sure, Ethelyn, there have been a lot of challenges. What challenges and hurdles did you face? I mean, at the start of your teaching career until today?
So I didn't think I would want to be a teacher, and I'm the panganay, and since I'm the panganay, I kind of went into that role naturally. And then I thought to myself, oh, I want to be a teacher because I want to be a teacher who looks like me and can help students who are first generation, who are immigrants, who are bilingual, all of that. And I think to go back to your question. I'm only in my 5th year. I'm very early on. And when you are a teacher, you have so many different hats. You're expected to do so many different things. I have over 190 students, right? And to ask 190 students individually, what do you want to eat? That's hard. That's a hard thing, but I try. And the teachers, especially now, my heart's out to them because it's been hard with the pandemic. And to be named Oregon Teacher of the Year during such hard years means so much because we are working twice as hard with everything.
You know, Ethelyn, many of your fellow teachers here in the Philippines are facing challenges amid this pandemic. The Philippines is just the only country in the world that hasn't started face-to-face classes. The pilot run will only begin next week, and that's after close to 20 months of no face-to-face classes. Your message to your fellow teachers here in the country who are facing challenges during COVID-19.
When I was in your shoes, which was just last year, it was so difficult. It was so hard, so hard. And when I finally got to face-to-face learning, because I became a teacher to help humans, and that's really hard through a screen, right? Really, really hard through a screen. So when you finally do get into the classroom with your students, focus on social emotional learning. And social emotional learning is the whole child first, Are students getting what they need? Are they fed? Are they comfortable? Can they empathize with their neighbor? Are they part of your community? Can they relate to one another? That's what I would focus on. And really, being an educator is about making human connections. We're in such a human-oriented career. I think really that's what my message would be who you are and focus on the students, because at the end of the day, that's what education and teaching is all about. It's all about the kids and the students.
Thank you so much for those inspiring words, and congratulations, Ethelyn Tumalad, 2022 Oregon Teacher of the Year.
Oh, salamat.